Good afternoon, everybody. As you can see, I've been digging here this morning. What I like to do, there's nothing growing in this garden field row here, as you can kind of see. And it's right next to what we did in the bean field here a few days ago. Turned the soil, then added compost, and then broke up all the chunks. But you kind of get an idea here of what I mean. I hand dig this with a shovel. I did that this morning, and you can kind of see the chunks of dirt here all the way up and that to where I stopped there. That's what I do after every growing season when we pull the plants and everything. And then I bring the shovel out here and basically just hand dig it up to kind of turn the soil over. Every year it gets a little bit easier to do, and now after 6 years I still get some chunks, but really not bad. Boy, I tell you, when we started years ago, that's all I came up with, these huge 20-pound chunks of clay. And then we take and individually break them up and then add the compost, and like I said, now it's a whole lot better and much easier to do. But that's what I do with each one of the garden fields here. Each one of the 4 has 2 rows, and right now, like I said, the next cycle begins of digging it up, leaving it sit for a little bit, and then we'll add some compost and then break up the chunks to mix it up, like I did in the bean patch right there where we had our beans. And then also right here where we had our beans, and this had a top canopy on it, and instead I took out the poles, put them in the middle, and then ran the fence up there, which like I said, I leaned the poles up against there so the beans can grow up. I'm going to take you down. Doro's been working all morning on digging the well here. And it's going to be just a long, slow process. Remember, this is done by hand. And when you get deep enough, then basically we're going to have to set up a tripod here with a pulley in order that we can pull the dirt up a bucket at a time. But as you can see already here, we're probably close to 2.5 foot here down, and like I said, and they're already running into some moisture in the soil, which I suspect is kind of the beginning of the groundwater here, and why the trees survive here and any plant survives here during the heat that we're going through right now is the main taproot, of course, goes down into this moisture of the water table here, and of course then it's constantly being fed with that water there, and of course not much moisture, but then again it doesn't take a lot in order to keep the trees and the jungle going. And as you know, and what I've told you so many times, no matter how you try, the jungle comes back so quickly. And we're taking all the dirt out of here. As you can see, we're piling it up here. This was our first kind of banana patch right here that we put in here after we dug the rice fields down below. And it's mostly junk bananas. I've been wanting to get at it and basically dig all these up and put some really good, better banana trees in here with the small bananas that we like so well. Just not enough hours in the day. That's just another one of those projects we need to get done, and so much other stuff going on. But what I'm doing here is taking the dirt from there, and what we're going to do is fill this in and raise the level all across here up, and then hopefully later on, during the dry season, we'll dig up all these bananas and then wait till the fall when the rain starts again and plant some of the better banana trees down here. But this has been a good spot for them, and like I said, this was actually the first bananas that we planted here. I think I've told you before that there wasn't a single banana tree, coconut tree, mango tree on the property when we bought it. When I say bare, yeah, there was some jungle here, but all these junk trees, as far as fruit type trees, nope, there wasn't a single one on here. So everything that you see, our bananas, our coconuts, our mangoes, is everything that we planted. And of course, looking back down at what's left of our beans here, still wanting to take those down, and maybe we'll start on that today. Too hot during the middle of the day, and now it's about noon, about 12:30 or so. And Doro's on break here for his lunch break. He always goes home for lunch every day. And then we have to try to have a snack for him sometime in the middle of the afternoon. There's a gal that comes around here who does some baking at home most every day, and we buy some snacks, some donuts or that, always from her. So the guys have caught a little something to munch on during the afternoon. But now for the next 2 hours is, of course, when the heat is the worst, and a good time to kind of take the break. And if I'm going to take a nap, this is generally the time during the day when I do that. And I do that quite frequently. Grab a nap for about an hour and kind of rejuvenate and that, and then when it starts to maybe cooling down a little bit late in the afternoon, of course, it's time to get out here and do a little bit more work. Like I said, I want to start turning the soil in all of our garden rows, adding the compost, and just like I said, it'll be months before we probably plant again, but you never know here. I like getting it prepared, because all at once the rain could start and we could be in the middle of a month or two of rain, and it can come basically any time, like it did in 2017 when it basically rained all year. So you kind of keep prepared as much as you can, and that's what we like to do here, and what I like to do, always getting set that in case it does happen, we're ready, and that we're ready to go. If not, we'll just wait till the fall when the rainy season begins here again, and then do our planting. By that time the compost will have worked really good into the soil, and we'll have to weed it a few times. But then again, with the heat like it is right now, you're not going to get too much to grow. Even the weeds don't grow too much when it's this hot out. So I'm back up by the house. I'm going to say goodbye for now again. Just wanted to take you down and show you the progress on our well that we're digging. And hopefully it'll go good here, and keep continuing to dig, and that'll be about a 2-3 week project here, so I'm sure every day we'll be doing a little bit. So from the back of the camera here, goodbye, and I'll probably be back fairly soon again. The uploading here is a nightmare. Like I said, we almost got one computer dedicated 24 hours a day to uploading videos, and it takes about that long to do 3 or 4, so it's been that nightmare too. So goodbye for now. Like and subscribe, and God bless every one of you.